People above 30, what is something you regret doing/not doing when you were younger? Teeth. Wish I'd brushed and flossed more regularly, gone to the dentist every 6 months, etc. Staying in shape. It is so much harder later in life to keep up. Lose weight and all the rest. Take care of your health before it is too late. If you are young and having back issues or any other chronic or not problem, you have to take care of this before it spirals out of control. You may think you're tough and push through it now or that they will go away, but these types of problems can slowly get worse and creep up on you. I am currently living with the consequences of this. I feel like I am 90 and I have at least 4 major health issues at the moment and I don't even know where to start. If I had tackled my neck issues when I was younger, my life would be a lot better right now. Not keeping in touch with old friends. Thought we'd reconnect easily, but everyone drifted apart and got busy with their own lives. Not taking my education seriously. My friends and I talked about doing a 2 to 3 week Europe trip back in our 20s. Oh, maybe next year. Eventually jobs, bills, and families put all that to rest. I wish I hadn't treated life like it was a rehearsal. I didn't do drugs or drink dangerously or do anything exciting enough to be worth the risk, but I lost friends and family by just being selfish. I shouldn't have been so impulsive or assumed there would always be second chances. Not taking school seriously, not learning to play an instrument, not choosing a sport and sticking to it. Doing what my parents expected of me instead of what I wanted to do. Dealing with my trauma instead of running from it. Quit drinking. Alcohol sucks and it's really bad for you. Wasn't an alcoholic, just got really bad hangovers and anxiety after drinking. Haven't had a sip in 51 weeks. Not being unapologetically myself. I regret changing degrees in pursuit of my idiotic dreams. Getting married so young. I'm getting divorced now, but I wish I had more single time in my 20s. Worked an awful, dead-end job for way too long. I had as much fun as I could when I was in my teens and 20s. Do I regret spending money I didn't have doing things I shouldn't have because it set me back financially 10 years? No, yes, not really. Would I rather do those things in my 60s to 70s when I could afford it? No. So no, I don't regret it. Do the things if you can while you can, because tomorrow may not come for you. That doesn't mean break the law. It means if you want to take a trip to see what the hell ever, just do. Because once you start adulting you may have the money to do, but you sure as shit won't have the time. Do I regret breaking my body playing sports and other activities that I am now suffering through because I pushed my body to an extreme level? When I am hurting a lot? Yeah. When I am reminiscing about it? No. It was fun as hell. So while you are young, you do you. Go have fun. As long as the only person you are hurting is you. Now when you get older and look back and think, maybe I shouldn't have done that or said that, all that means you are growing as a person. I hope you have those moments before you are 30, but it's never too late to stop being a dick. Standing up for myself. I lived way too long trying to make others happy and letting them manipulate me. My family used this to their fullest advantage. I stopped it now but wish I had the backbone 20 years ago. 100 sit-ups every day. All the drinking in my late teens into my mid-20s. Who knows where I'd be now if I hadn't wasted so much time and money getting drunk with a bunch of losers back then. Excuse me, 30 is still young. But mine would be acting like I'm 30 and not enjoying my teens and 20s like I should. This is the right question. Your regrets are usually due to not doing something you could have controlled. The answer to your question is put yourself out there and go do it, whatever it is. Education seriously, traveled more, cut off toxic people sooner, invested in my future and didn't blow money on dumb shit. not realizing how quickly needing to be an adult creeps up on you. I remember being 17 and thinking 30 was so far away. Now I'm closing in on 40 and wishing I had done more to prep for being an adult. Prioritize making new friends when you graduate from college. Investing. I regret thinking that nice things were not for people like me. The number of experiences, travel, career opportunities one turned down is crazy. All because I didn't think I was good enough to deserve them. Started smoking cigarettes. Did it for about 30 years, although I've quit now. Don't do it, kids. This is a little complicated, but I wish I had been able to come to terms with not caring what people think of me when I was younger. It did wonders for my confidence. Psychedelics, regret not doing. Quitting my career to be a SAM. It had to happen, it was a necessity and thoroughly talked and agreed upon. It just kills me daily knowing I could have been really great. I regret not blocking toxic family members from my life. Wish I hadn't worried so much about not being in a relationship. I wish I'd slept around a little more before getting married and having kids. I regret not doing work on my mental health sooner. I regret not pursuing my master's degree. I graduated in 2009, which was considered the worst year to graduate, and it was near impossible to get a job. My friends that earned their masters and graduated in 2011 are much better off. They got jobs right away in our field. I didn't start working in a somewhat related field until 2015. Pursuing my own interests rather than my parents' approval. I wish I had treated myself with respect, and taken my mental health seriously. I'm doing that now and it's making a big difference. I did my thesis on regret as a function of age, using a survey with 1,400 participants. The overwhelming finding was that regret for things that you fail to do, omission regrets, stick with you much more than regrets for things you did, commission regrets. Furthermore, when we are young, omission regrets are less salient and meaningful. As we age, regret for things we fail to do bother us more, while we tend to get over our commission regrets. This is not surprising. What was surprising was that people with a sense of spirituality find that having regret, regardless of the type, is a useful experience, and they benefit from revisiting or thinking about these things in several domains, making sense of life, fostering social connections, and guiding future decisions. Regret spending my 20s playing video games. I did go to uni and got a degree as well, but there's so much I never experienced because I just sat in my room on my computer all the time. When I was 30, I was married. We were in the process of moving. The wife had gone on ahead and I would be following in a month after finishing up my job. Everything was packed up and sent ahead. I was sleeping on an air mattress and had a lawn chair in the living room. No TV. No computer. My only entertainment was library books. So a few days before I was scheduled to leave, I just got so bored of reading library books that I decided to go out. I hit up a local bar, had a good time. I'd been talking to a couple of college girls and one thing led to another and they invited me back to their place for a threesome. And I thought to myself, there's no way the wife could ever find out. I'll be gone in 2 days, so there's no way that these girls would ever be able to track me down again. It's perfect. And then I turned them down, because I'm married and that means something to me. My marriage was worth more than a one-time fling. Anyway, long story short, 3 years later I was divorced after finding out that my wife slept with 5 other men. I kind of regret my choice now. Travel. 1. You have a family, career, mortgage payments, etc. The time, resources, and energy for travel just seem to disappear. Seeking ADHD treatment. I've lost weight as a bait out of boredom and as a way to cope with it essentially. I struggled through all levels of school because of it. I never found a career I was passionate about due to it.